충분히 이길 수도 있죠. 남은 시간 동안 잘 보완해서 내일 꼭 이길 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
Welcome back, guys. We are here for day 2 of Rift Rivals 2019, and it is the highlight match of the night. It is going to be Top Esports up against Damwon Gaming. Damwon Gaming on a huge winning streak in the LCK, popping off in a big way up against Top Esports, also a very strong team from the LPL. How are you feeling about this one, Raz?
Feels good. Honestly, if we're just talking about name brand, Showmaker, and Knight. So let's get to the lineup at hand. 369, XX, Knight9 in the top lane, Loken and bottom lane rounding out their duo lane, and Top Esports are looking great. As you can see, their summer split 5-1. Their one loss was up against Invictus Gaming. They're looking incredibly strong.
These guys definitely doing work in the summer season. You mentioned Knight in the mid lane is going to be going up against a very fierce opponent, a guy that has been kind of sleeping for a while in the LCK. He's always been solid, but only recently now is he becoming a very big carry player for the side of Damwon Gaming there in the mid lane. And you guys can also see that Nuggery is going to be starting here in the top lane for some more solo lane dominance. I cannot wait to get into this one, Raz.
Yeah, because for me, Damwon Gaming and Top Esports are mirrored teams in different leagues. Because incredible solo lane talent is the name of the game. Nuggery and 369 are the rising stars that have to make that international presence at some point, and they're doing it here today. And then you see the bot lanes that, for the most part, are known for just being on like the best weak side bot lanes. They're the weak side. They're the lanes that don't get a lot of pressure from the jungle. They recognize that it's going to be going to the top side of the map, and they just play it easy. They come into team fights and do their jobs. Beryl is a fantastic support, and Ben has made his rounds. He's been into the World Semifinals with Team WE before, so it's great to be able to see these teams finally going up against each other.
Yeah, it's definitely a big day to see them go head-to-head here on the international stage. And you can see that everybody's just really excited to get into this one. Everybody's a little bit jittery right to start this one up, and I can say the exact same about me. As Damwon, you know, they got 4th place in spring. That's why they were able to make it in to the Rift Rivals this time around. They went down to King Zone in the round 1 of the playoffs after they defeated Sandbox in the wild card. And they were always a solid team, right? Nuggery did a lot of carrying in the top lane, but it just feels like every lane is getting bolstered. You know, the bottom side, very reliable. They're never really going to carry the games, as you were mentioning, kind of that weak side bot lane. But now just that wild card of having Showmaker come in and actually making the show.
Let's get it going.
That's the big thing here up against Knight in the mid lane. So definitely eyes there as we're going to start off this draft. Let's see how it goes.
I love the fact we had eyes on XX, most vocal player on Top Esports. And he's also a player that actually loves to give away pressure, so expect him to be picking up the Gragas, the Sejuani that's gotten banned by Damwon. Jarvan is another powerful weapon in his tool. His main goal is to essentially go, hit 6, be the facilitator for both Knight and 369, and give them counter pick, get them going early. So we'll have to see what ends up happening here. He is really just like the vocal shot caller for the team, the main strategy man.
Yeah, and I feel like the jungle role is also very good for that. You know, you're kind of all around the map. You have a good sense of the pulse of what's going on in the game and all the lanes and even in the jungle.
Already seeing a Kalista ban here. Now, Top Esports have been playing a few Kalista games. We already saw it in this tournament, but also in the playoff time. So great scouting from Damwon. All right, so we're going to be seeing no Yuumi ban right at the get-go. It's going to be a good challenge to see if Top Esports are willing to give it. There we go. It's a Jace pick. We talked about it coming into today that Jace would be played. Now, I either thought it was going to be going to, IG, and I said it was going to be going to Top Esports because they have great flex between 369 and Knight. They're fantastic Jace players.
Absolutely. And just in general, when you have this much of a dominant solo laners.
He's just hovering it, man. Hovering it to make me afraid.
He's hovering it, and he might even lock it in. There it is. Gonna start off and pick his own champion. That's just the way that Nuggery rolls.
This is crazy. Now, it's still a flex. I want to see if Showmaker wants to pick it up for himself, but you're right. Nuguri and Vladimir go hand in hand. He's the most insane Vlad I've ever seen, to be fair.
Yeah.
His team fights are crazy, so let's see what happens here.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of single-handedly makes Vlad viable in meta in his own way. It's something that you always have to think about when you're going up against Damwon, and it's, well, it's going to be Sona from the side, and potentially Tarek.
Stop it.
There it is, locked in. Not even messing with the Tom Kents. We're going original here for the side of top.
Okay. Nuclear won't do it, man.
Do it. Come on. Go for it.
He won't do it. He's threatening.
You know you want to dominate the
He's
lane.
waving the pistol. All right.
Speaking of pistols, may have one here.
Double pistol.
Yeah. Couple of them for
I'm
the
surprised
Lucian.
we're going to this and not the Yuumi that is potential, but all right, Sivir makes a lot of sense. Remember, the way you end up going into this lane, regardless of the Yuumi pick, is just to shove it in and look to get turret platings. You can look for a dive, that's possible, but if you're confident with your team fight, which you should be, you have J4 Cataclysm and the Vladimir in tow, Sivir will be able to give you a good shove in bot side. So I already love the early portions of this game for Nuclear and Beryl.
Yeah, feels like they have responded respectfully and in good form up against that lane in the bottom side. We're going to take away some other power picks that are left available. The Nico could be another powerful solo laner for the side of Top Esports. Going to snipe that one away. And no Sivir Nautilus for the bottom lane of Damwon just yet.
Yeah, good ban on the Nautilus. Anything that just stops the engage from coming through. It would be a great engage pick. And I already mentioned the Yuumi. I don't want to double down on that. I already know it's going to be taken away. That's for me, that's an easy one. But continued poke from Damwon's bot side should be a pretty easy factor. I want to see what Beryl ends up picking up for himself here in the second phase.
Yeah, you'd have to imagine that you want to keep that flex alive with the Vladimir and just go for your solo support here. Your support, I meant to say. Not exactly solo, as the Braum is going to be picked up, so Sivir Braum will be the response for Sona Tarek.
Braum and the Vladimir on the same team really just means that Damwon will be relying pretty heavily on Canyon's Cataclysm to be able to get the fights rolling. For me, it just depends heavily where this Vladimir is going. If the Vladimir goes top lane, then yeah, they're kind of out of, or at least lack engage options. And they're going to be really focusing on later on in the game for Vladimir to find those flanks. But, I mean, if we see the Vladimir mid lane, see a heavier engage pick in the top side. We've seen Camille as a great option. We just need to see where the Jace is going.
Looks like we're edging the top lane here as Corki looking to be hovered, and it is locked in after that jungle Silas. So you have a good handle on what the lanes here are going to be. Knight should be hopping onto the Corki here. What will be the response from Damwon? I
think this is a good the Kassadin game, but of course Zoe is an easier option. You don't have to fully commit. I say Kassadin just because you already have good wave clear here with the Sivir, and it's a good pick in towards the Corki too. Once you hit 6, sure, you get shoved in earlier on, but Zoe's another great pick as well. So they have a lot of poke within their composition. They have a lot of good mid-bot pressure here. I like Damwon's picks overall, but going back to Top Esports, because we haven't talked of it fully rounded out, it's just a great team fight comp. Objectively, group up, fight. We already know, we've seen too many games of Sona and Tarek.
Yeah.
Too many games, especially our North American viewers.
Just doesn't go away, does it?
And it comes right back here. And working alongside the Corki, of course, we're going to be seeing the Jace alongside. I just think that grouping up and being able to siege alongside these picks are super powerful.
Yeah, you mentioned the siege. It's an insane amount there on the side of Top Esports, but you have the Zoe and the Sivir on the other side, actually. Both of these teams could opt into that style if they do end up getting ahead. As we're going to take one last look here at the summary.
I mean, not much to be said here. I just want to be able to see what Canyon and Nuguri can do early on in this game, just because Jace and the Silas, a lot of early damage, just specifically from the Scund of Duck being able to nail down a target. I would say I'd watch out for Canyon here. I want to see what Canyon can do early because he could be a good point of focus. Might get targeted here by 369 and XX.
A very strong mechanical player. We'll see if he can be smart about it here in this game as the highlight matchup for today, Top Esports versus Damwon Gaming, begins right now. Wow, okay.
All right, good response.
That's a good way to get it started here. As
wow.
Unsealed Spellbook on the Jarvan now. We saw it on the Lethality Varus for Deft in game 1 of today, and now we're seeing it in the jungle for Canyon.
That's interesting. Really want to see purpose around that. Of course, a lot of it just comes down to how you're able to utilize your summoners. I guess when neutral objectives like Dragon and Burn play are not in play, having a cleanse would really help you out with the amount of stuns that Loken and Ben could be providing. That's the only thing I have here. Got to trust Canyon on this one. It's good. It's interesting to see.
I suppose if he does opt into a more aggressive Jarvan build, he could even bring out an Ignite or something like that if he wants to dunk on a Sona or a Corki. But we've been seeing a lot of tanky Jarvans nowadays. Wouldn't be surprised to see it happens as Top Esports getting started and actually Canyon with a good read saying, okay, I'll just go to my blue.
Expectation was to see XX and 369 target Canyon. Canyon understood that, especially in the level 1. Good ward to be able to see late invade. Ends up getting out scot-free, so already working out well, but man, Showmaker.
The guy is not to be trifled with. I mean, if you guys, you're tuning into Rift Rivals, maybe you're an LPL fan, you didn't see LCK. There was a recent game where Showmaker played Akali, and he kind of 1v9'd. It was something out of a highlight replay, some insane kind of highlight YouTube video. This guy is popping off in a big way in terms of his carry performances. He's always been very solid, but recently, nowadays, he's kind of taking the reins into his own hands. He's taking control of the carry role, whereas it has been delegated to other guys like Nuggery in the top lane for a while here, especially in spring for the side of Damwon Gaming.
I like the fact, telling the story of Showmaker, because it's been the same here for Knight as well. It looks like a great engage here from 369, just pushing him off the wave. He has XX alongside him, though.
Yeah, there's no pool available. You can see he's just waiting for it. That's got a really long timer. They're just trying to bait Nuggery into this one. Is the Canyon good enough? He gets level 3, but here comes the Silas. The flash has to be blown. He does not have the pool. And an aggressive first blood already comes to the top lane for Top Esports.
That was as a result of forcing Canyon to the bot side of the map. He had to trade sides, and guess what happened? Vladimir was in a bad situation. The wave was fully pushed, or was not fully pushed in, was just frozen underneath his towers. So easy kill here from XX and 369.
It's just really smart play and planning, as you mentioned, to just set that up and to already get one of the solo lanes that's super strong going. But speaking of which, that flash, it was a fast reaction, but it wasn't good enough. It wasn't in the right direction as, well, poor Loken is going to be going down, as I'm not sure what that was, Raz.
Thought he can get over the wall. Oh, no. At least he has teleport and come right back.
You got to admire the reaction time, though. Yeah. Second the flag comes down, he's like, oh.
Reacted well. Just, couldn't get over it,
Yeah. Not quite getting over it.
Feels bad.
And now he doesn't have a flash, so maybe Nuclear and Barrel can get something going down here, as it's also a great response, right? You were talking about Canyon forced to the bottom side. He's able to make something of it, rather. Not Summit, not in this game. And just get value for his team.
And remember, too, Showmaker's been getting good shove in the lane. And depending, please, depending on what RNG, he's been getting, if it's a you know, a redemption or something, being able to make it even harder for Knight. He can make that rotation bot side with Canyon. Another focus towards the top side. Nuguri needs to be able to get this fully shoved in. Thankfully, he does.
Yeah. Very big wave, but he's still waiting up there actually on
He's
the
getting
mini-map.
hit.
As we're seeing this up in the top side, Nuguri, he doesn't have flash anymore. Will he get onto that one? The flash comes forward, but a response kill again as 4 people in the bottom side from Damwon, each team able to pick up a kill.
This is the game that we were locked in for, that we wanted to see happen, and Top Esports and Damwon are just trading very well. Loken is not having a good game, and you can say the same damn thing for Nuguri.
Yeah, just the two of them getting camped in a way. Showmaker, you can see that he had to join in the bottom side. He's going to take a good trade here. The Ignite comes in. He wants that flash. Is he going to get it? Knight says no.
He's been dodging a lot of those. Oh, please stop it. Help me.
He just doesn't let go of this one.
It's a cannon minion wave too. Give me something.
With the Conquer Smite, I mean, he's able to fight up against Nuguri, at least push him back off that wave quite well. Although Nuguri is able to slowly scurry his way up towards this wave and pick up the canyon at least.
Thankfully, of course, 369 doesn't have much mana to his name. XX got traded out of that one. But just take a look at this one. We didn't get too much of an idea. I mean, we saw it in the minimap, to be fair. You just wanted to be able to place a ward down, have some eyes on where XX could be. Great catch-up. I want to see if the Shock Blast would have been able to kill him. It would have been. So,
yeah, it was going to kill him.
Yeah. And then as a response, as you can see happening at the same time, wait a minute.
We got live going on here. Was about to start casting off the picture-in-picture. We had to stop the replay as today's been a good day of a lot of action so far. I've been enjoying it a lot here as they're almost able to get on top of XX there. Yeah, we didn't really get the replay down on the bottom side, but it was essentially just a 4-man dive after the push. We talked about this pushing lane. Nuclear and Barrel able to do very well so far to push that one in and open up those dives and those objectives.
Yeah, and I'm pretty happy that Knight kept on to his flash during all of that, because it would have made a bad situation worse for Top Esports on the bot side had Showmaker would have been able to have an easier lane to go and help out bot side. Right now, being able to hit level 5 for Loken, level 4 for Ben, just making a point because the level difference here in the bot side is very real, and it's only getting worse for Loken and Ben. Oh,
He's having a rough time, and speaking of which, 369 says he kind of looks up to Nuguri, and you mentioned how they're very similar players. He picks up the Jace, he gets a lot of jungle attention, and now he's making that top lane his.
Yeah, that's what you trap him, man. You're trapping him by making constant statements to the media. Then I look up to him. It's just all true. But then you trap him in a 2v1 situation constantly. It's not a real one-on-one that Nuguri probably thought he was getting.
Yeah. He's like, bring it on. Didn't expect his friend to join the fights here as, okay.
Just to heal up, buddy. That's a Crimson Rush, so that could do some damage underneath. Okay, well, guess what?
That's to cue the minion, and actually now trying to trade it back, but that shockwave not exactly patient on that one.
Oh my God!
He's able to get the kill, and with the triumph, he nearly survives, but not quite. Canyon comes up here with teleport from the jungle, by the way, and just says howdy as the Jace goes down.
200 IQ, thank you for the wave. Basically the call for that one. It's fun to be able to see that, but still, the confidence there from 369 to take that fight. Of course, he used Shock Blast too early, but at the end of the day, he knew he could get the kill. And at worst, be able to push the wave fully in and deny the wave from Nuguri. This is good to be able to see Canyon hold the wave underneath his turret so he doesn't lose it too badly. Okay, how you doing?
Absolutely. Finds him here. The Conquering Smite going to come in, but they're trying to turn it around. Nuguri wants to join up here in the Cataclysm. Has he gone too far? No! As XX is going to slam him down, and Nuguri denied a bunch of farm. He doesn't have the items yet. He's only level 7, not able to help out.
A battle of two gladiators. That's what that was. Nuguri tried his hardest to help out, but Canyon said, no, this is up to me.
Man, this top side of the map here for Top Esports is something. It's
oh
definitely
my God.
engaging, if nothing else, as that Jace is kind of getting out of hand now, Raz.
We've had a few Jace versus Vladimir games in the season so far in the LPL, and a lot of the time it goes the exact same way. It doesn't really showcase the skill of the Vladimir player. It's more so he's calling on his jungler to come in and help him whenever there is a larger wave coming to crash, because you would expect the Jace's jungler to come in and look for a dive. And when it comes through, I mean, we already said the focus is on Canyon to be able to be there for him, and he's already coming into this one in a deficit.
Yeah, perhaps the LCK teams could take a page out of this book, right? I mean, LPL team comes in and just laughs at the Vladimir and gets a very early lead from it. Up in the top side, they're trying to use this priority now to get onto the Rift Herald, but you can see Canyon was at least able to get on in there and stop that from happening for now. But
yeah.
XX just lives in the top lane. They're just really trying to make this Vladimir be nothing right now.
All right, where are we taking that one? I guess he's going to go back to base. But top esports cannot use their dual lane to shove and roam back up so they can get Rift Herald. So that Rift Herald can only be taken if their solo lanes are pushing up on their own. This is going to be an interesting take.
A bit of damage going there. If the Shock Blast hit, perhaps they would have considered doing or sticking around a little bit more. But who am I kidding? XX isn't going anywhere. He's still up there, finally recalling. But Canyon, I like his read. He's like,
yes,
I'm not really going to help out Nuggery here. I'll just take the Dragons on the map.
You had a better read on this one, as you already said, but Nuggery is going to be taken down here, should be.
Oh, nice dodge there, but is it going to matter? Oh. One more auto will do it, and he's able to shut him down one-on-one with his own emo playing, as XX has now 4 kills in this match.
But it looked like Damwon was trying to lean for a dive on Ben and Loken. Showmaker is being tracked by Knight, so that just wasn't going to be the call here.
I mean, Canyon's sticking around, but he's on vision the whole way through. You can see that Loken and Ben is able to clear it out at least. But they want this objective, it feels like. They're just trying to push it as fast as possible.
Yeah, they're going to force the flag. Maybe not.
Okay, teleport onto the flag, but the crescendo comes out here. TP will come out from Nuggery as he's going to abandon that top lane. Can they actually push this one down before the Jace? It looks like the answer will be yes, as Nuclear is going to be able to take that one down. And the Jace will take the top side, but the Rift Herald will be the extra bonus to the side of top esports.
Yeah, first turret going down, as you've mentioned. Rift Herald is going to be the one that I'm curious about to see if they can take. You already see Ben rotating up just to make it easy. I wonder where the Rift Herald is going to go. It should go towards the mid lane, you'd expect. Turret plating is still up and available, so being able to give that to Knight, get him closer to his Trinity Force is always going to be a big plus. But man, I mean, that was just outright clean from Damwon. This is the one that makes you sad, because Nuggery was doing a great job. Being able to absorb a lot of pressure. He didn't actually have to go into a bush that the control ward was already giving him vision for. So makes me sad that he goes into a bad situation already. Makes it worse.
Yeah, I mean, he's just getting ultra camps here.
Yeah.
It doesn't get worse than this, right? It's like you're getting bullied, and then he calls his friend over to help out with the bully, as if he really needed that. League of Legends, sometimes you do. It's working out very well for the side of top esports. They have an extremely fed jungle Silas now, who is going to have a ton of extra gold.
Something to take note of at this stage of the game, of course no eyes are on Knight and Showmaker as it's just more of a farming lane, but to have 140 CS at 13 minutes into this stage of the game, there's a reason why there's a bounty on Knight's head. He's been farming up excellently, able to get his Trinity Force 13 minutes in.
Yeah, the guy doesn't really miss anything, right? As you mentioned, it's really just been a farming lane. The worst he's had to do is mirror Showmaker after that first dive. First dive Showmaker lost probably one wave, which isn't, all that much, but he's been also farming up the Raptors. You mentioned the Rift Heralds here. They're actually going to throw it down into the bottom side.
All right.
And try to get that Jace fed, as looks like we're trying to trade sides of the map, but the Rift Herald certainly going to help out on the push on the bottom side a bit better.
Yeah, you don't even have Showmaker rotating either. He's just keeping Knight honest mid, which means... Oh, wait a second.
Okay, Knight, you want to get on top of this one. Just a little bit of cheeky trading there, not much else.
Yeah, seeing what he can make of it, but Canyon's going in.
All right, we're trying to dive on in here, but that last tick is going to keep him alive, and now Canyon is going to be forced to flash away from that one.
This is
trying to put on the pressure. Oh boy, Beryl, where are you going? He's going to be forced to flash as well. The flag and drag enough to get Canyon out of dodge on the backside of that one.
Yeah, 2 flashes overall, and Top Esports just get the outright winnings for that. You didn't even get the kill onto either Lokun and Ben in that scenario. Tower is kept alive, and Rift Herald is able to do a lot of work while turret plating were still available. That's just gold being put onto Top Esports pockets.
Yeah, and they're feeling the effect of that right now. They have that gold lead, about 1,500 so far, and most of that coming from the plates. A lot of kills, obviously, on the side of XX right now, who is just flush with cash. Just having a ball. The first 2 Drakes did go the way of Damwon because of all that pressure in the top side, and XX essentially just giving them away. The Mountain Drake going to be pretty nice for Damwon, but the next one will be the Infernal. And now in this game state, Top doesn't essentially have to give this one away. They should be looking to fight for this Infernal.
Yeah, because Nuclear is up top lane. Remember, he does have teleport, but not having your AD carry to get the shove and bot lane that's shoving in Top Esports' favor. I think Top Esports should be able to get the early push. We'll have to see here. You don't have your AD, but I guess they end up getting the turret. 300 gold on the Nuclear just for that.
It's actually really big. You know, he's able to just do that all by himself. He's able to immediately teleport in the mid lane, get that push going that we were talking about. But you can see already the poke is beginning to come out here. It's doing a lot more damage on the side of Top Esports because of Knight and 369 just joining forces. Whereas on the side of Damwon, it's really all just Showmaker trying to do the damage, but doesn't feel like he has quite the item spike that his enemies do at this point. So Top Esports able to just stroll on over and take that Infernal Drake down.
And 369 and Ben were just rotating mid early on. They know they don't need 5 members on the Dragon at the same time. Protects the mid lane turret while they were getting the Dragon for themselves.
Wow. Oh, Nuggery, he's not wasting any time, and that's why you call him the Vladimir King. He's able to get in the back line and blows up 2 more. Who is this guy? Unbelievable play and a superstar play, able to get a huge win here for the side of Damwon.
Blink of an eye just eviscerates 3 people. That was insane.
Holy moly. I'm getting chills after that one. As, well, that's why they signed him onto this team. It doesn't matter if he gets camped for 15 minutes. He's just going to come back. The raccoon has arrived.
Roll the footage. You YouTube viewers right now just need to hold firm. I know we're getting that one. That one was so quick. Because Top Esports felt so confident about that.
Yeah.
Knowing that they had positioning on mid, knowing that they can hold that turret while getting Infernal. It was the Sona being so close up. I didn't think she could die that quickly in the situation she was in.
It's just, you know, she's fantastic later game. She has unbelievable sustain, but at this point in the game, she's super squishy.
Yeah.
She also got slept here. Nice trouble bubble by the side of Showmaker.
Crimson Rush on top of it too, so just a lot of damage to back up the Sleepy trouble bubble. Just didn't have eyes on it.
나 바로 라인 관리하러 갈게.
We're gonna go fix the lanes, is what they said after that. But the translation before that, nice.
That's just great. I mean, even that, talking about the lane situations after the kill, just so they can get the max for it and based on a good sitting. I mean, Damwon are incredibly focused, you can tell.
Yeah, these guys don't seem to miss a beat. You talked about that farming lane in the mid lane. Showmaker is all of a sudden 2-0-2 after that one. But you still got to keep eyes on 369, who is saying, okay, I'm going to flex down on the bottom side. He's got his friendly bully with him, XX.
This is the tough situation here. I mean, 2 minutes off, I guess 1 minute now until Baron comes up. And what's really pushing 369 away from this lane? No one can really match him here. Vladimir, Zoe, they want to group up. They want to stay firm. And at this point, Top Esports, while having a great composition for team fighting, and initially, it's getting tougher where it's much better for them to split the sides of the map and force Nuggery away from the team. Look at this. Wow.
Just take a casual trade under the turret. All right, he's on vision. But yeah, as you mentioned, we're just trading sides of the map. Damwon seems okay, as now finally Nuguri has a friend here in the side lane. Beryl says, okay, I'm the support, I'll help out.
Yeah, allocating the least amount of resources to keep the bot side alive, which is smart. A lot of times, not a lot of teams know who to send to the bot side to keep their strong side going, but keeping their top laner in a good position. So, good call from Beryl to be able to move to the bot lane and keep Nuguri in it while he was getting bullied by XX once again.
XX not very friendly to his enemies, just especially the raccoon in the top lane. Just trying to make quick work of him. He's finally going to go back to his jungle and continue farming for now.
Being able to push them off on side, looking towards the dragon now, because remember, 1 minute off on dragon, that could be a potential, 2 mountain dragon for Damwon. It's a great position to be in. I think they're playing this one smart to keep Top Esports focused on the mid lane wave. So I want to see what Top Esports can do. They need to be creative about this. They don't have the second item on Knight at this point in time, so they can't really take fights until Corki is ready to go.
Take a look at the vision setup here for Showmaker. As well, I mean, they have a Sona, so it seems like they're okay with that one. Knight with this package trying to come on in here, do his own set of poking. Showmaker, he's got to be careful every time he pops forward. They have a nice amount of burst damage on the side of top. As now the Hemo Plague just going to come down, a bit of damage going to be given to the side of Damwon Gaming as they're trying to push them off of this mountain drake.
Yeah, Knight has package here too, so could take any risk he wants, can just pop right through. But right now, I mean, okay, that's a lot of damage on Beryl. We can see how much he's willing to take, but wow, pops right over a Sleepy Trouble Bubble.
Just getting out of there with the package as here comes Nuguri into the back line. Good stopwatch though, and the Taric ultimate is going to be popped here. Not enough damage on the vent. 369 trying to get into the back line, but he can't do the damage, and Showmaker's able to pick up 2 as Nuguri softened them all up in the back line. And Damwon Gaming come together once again as a team.
No wards to catch Nuguri coming out on the flank. This guy is insane. Once he's out of lane, he's able to unchain himself away from 369, and that team fight impact was massive.
God, this team is so good. They really have come together in a big way here in the summer of LCK, and now in Rift Rivals with their Mountain Drake. They are going to be able to pick up a 22-minute Baron here. Let's take a look at how this fight even started and how it happened.
This positioning was pretty good for Knight and Loken, so they can slowly ease into the fight, but there was no real pressure on Nuguri, and he can just go right back at it. Loken is like, all right, what can I do to stop Nuguri? He goes right back into the bush where they have no vision, still has flash to his name too. So, I mean, that was just a tough call. The positioning was hugely in favor of Damwon.
The second Nuguri was able to get into the back line and just zone them all out, that's when you know it's over. Even if XX is going to get into the back line with 369, it's not going to be enough. And look at Showmaker. The cheeky guy, he says, okay, I have the 10 stacks on my Dark Seal. I'm 4-0-4, but you're going to find me in this game as we'll pick up that Medai Soul Stealer here for this big matchup up against Top Esports.
They're rushing them just to get the tower, it seems.
Yeah, just going to use that on the hunt, just get some presence there in the mid lane with their Baron buff and push it in.
You're right. I mean, a lot of momentum on the side of Damwon. Good reason for him to pick up the incredibly valuable, Majais at this point. Seems like Top Esports are really desperate to at least get something for their trouble. Teleport's there for 369. When is he going to have to use it?
Looks like he might even just go for his own inhibitor and say, maybe we can go 2v1 in the inhibitors, but Nuguri goes back and says, I'm not going to allow you to take this objective in the top side. So first inhibitor goes down to the side of Damwon here.
369 has to join the team. The wave in the bot side is looking good for Damwon. They can go for another inhibitor.
Yeah, it's another cannon wave here. And just escort this up to the front.
Ooh.
Not looking to go for any dives. We mentioned the siege from both sides here. Showmaker trying to do his part.
I want to see what Jace is trying to do. He's trying to hold the super minion waves in the mid lane. trying to make it harder for Damwon so they have to commit on this turret. They're going to go for it anyways.
Yeah, TP comes in, 369, he's just chilling in the mid lane, says I'm not going to help out much, we're going to lose the inhibitor anyway. I'll try to get value elsewhere.
Yeah.
And Damwon able to push in, get 2 inhibitors with that Baron.
That's the best you could do in that situation, to behold that super minion wave. You have 2 crashing super minion waves. What's going to stop Damwon from sticking around and using the minions to look for an end game? So at least forces them back on that one. Baron power play is near an end. It should be it. I mean, you literally only have 40 seconds, but overall, this is just great work from Damwon as a team, playing around the vision, controlling the bot side so Nuguri can consistently find the flanks. That's really a pain right now to Loken and Knight.
Yeah, you mentioned those flanks. I mean, that's been a big thorn in their side. I wonder if there's any situation in this game where the Corki can get online, the Sona, once he gets 3 or 4 items, and if they can get some vision to cover their flanks, can Top Esports actually come back in this one?
It's a good question. I think you're right. A lot of it comes down to the fact that items are important. Rapid fire cannon is one. 369 really stalled the damage for fights just because he needed a Mal Mortius and the Executioner's calling specifically for Nuguri.
Yeah.
This fight's going to really decide it here.
I mean, talk about late games, but you know, Sivir and Vlad, they're going to be pretty good in the late game as well for the side of Damwon. So here we go, just trying to escort in to that final turret, final inhibitor turret, I should say, in the top lane.
And remember, this game decides who makes it to the final, in the sense that if Damwon wins, LCK is guaranteed to make the finals of this event.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a big win for LCK if Damwon can nail it.
And they'll remain undefeated so far. If they can't pick this one up, would be 6-0. If they do pick up the win here in Rift Rivals so far.
Oh, no.
Gonna take a big chunk, but take a look at that bottom lane. Someone's got to deal with it. We do have the package right now on Knight. And the timing is going to be good with no minion wave coming in to the top side for Damwon just yet.
Yeah, the wave is uncoordinated on this one, but
Okay,
they're going
trying
for
to
it.
flash on in there. The package is going to be used, but a big prong ultimate trying to get them away. But here comes Nuguri in the backside. It's not quite the flank he was looking for, as here comes 369. He's going to be able to shut him down finally. Going to kill that pesky raccoon. Gets him on the backside. And that means that Top Esports is going to stay alive for now.
That was a good timing from Top. They recognized that the bottom lane super minion wave is coming in at the perfect time. They could clear it, come back just in time to deal with Damwon when the wave is crashing forward. Eyes on Loken, recognizing he can just flash through and nail both. Nuclear, of course, had the Zonias, but set up Knight perfectly to just go into the back line. And great Cataclysm too, so Nuguri couldn't really join his team. So he was isolated, taken down by 369. Perfect fight from Top Esports.
Yeah, really got to hand it to them. They are absolutely sticking in this game. They don't want to go down without a fight, even though it has been hard in this game so far. And they are down a couple of inhibitors. But now they're not down that far in terms of the gold. And we have this Mountain Drake coming up. They're grouping up as 5 in the mid lane. We'll see if they can put up a fight here. Not going to go for that just yet, as Teleport Jungle Jarvan is just waiting for his moment.
Effective. Beautiful. Triple Mountain Dragon with Baron buff up now. I wonder if Top Esports can do anything about it. Remember, they don't really have much wave clear at all outside of Knight, so they need to be having full attention on the waves crashing in both mid and bot. They did a great job. 369 handled the bot lane wave, so it's at a medium point, but I wonder, I don't think they can contest for this.
Look at Triple Mountain. Let's take a look at how much damage this can do here as the teleport's coming in from the Jace, but XX is going to stay here in the front line. Nice stopwatch. Barrel getting really low on the back line. Is able to get a big ultimate down, but it is not quite enough there from XX.
Ooh.
The crescendo also is going to go way wide here as Damwon still sticking around. They're up a member now. Just looking to regen up. They do have that one Ocean Drake, and here we go once again.
But remember,
back onto the Baron.
Sona's giving them the sustain alongside Targ. Barrel is low alongside Canyon.
Oh, but the damage is going to come through there. The smite is down, but now it's going to be up to the side of Top Esports to try to get on top of this team. Nuguri trying to show them away, but the stopwatch is forced. Nuguri goes down. the missed timing there, actually trying to do the damage after the stopwatch is not going to be enough.
Going for
Here
it.
comes Knight trying to Valkyrie forward. But it looks like Damwon Gaming for now has been able to successfully disengage.
Wonderful defense on that one. They knew if they're going for the Baron buff, they needed to group up for the exit. Played really well to just move away from Knight, honestly.
Yeah.
Knight was the one that had the damage to be able to get them down. So take a look at this one. Nuguri was in a great position just in case. And for me, a lot of eyes were on XX slowing them down. Triple Mountain Dragon forced them to be able to make the fight early, so Loken wasn't in the space in the exact amount of time. But then, when you disengage, I don't even want to see that. Let's not talk about that. But when you disengage, heal right back up, gave Top Esports the right amount of time to be able to come and challenge them. But eyes on Nuguri, he bought them so much time, so then Showmaker, Canyon, and Nuclear can be able to get out scot-free. All hail Captain Nuguri.
Yeah, this guy is a carry in his own right. If they had timed it better, they might have been able to take out 369 on the backside as well.
True.
Showmaker not quite able to get that paddle star down on the right timing. But the Baron kept on 4 members now. It's going to be the second Baron of the game. And with Triple Mountain, they're going to be looking to take some more objectives here.
Oh my God. Sivir, please.
Yeah, he's Nuclear, you know, as we mentioned, playing the weak side of the map, but been doing pretty well about it. Just kind of, you know, just gonna get his team into the back line with his on the hunt. He's got 3.5 items now.
324 minions. 31 minutes into the game. He's incredibly stacked at this state.
Yeah. How about 375 though for Knight?
Yeah.
Guy's not slacking either. As you can see, that one crucial thing is that Nuguri actually does not have the Baron buff, so he's trying his best to push the bottom lane, but it's not quite as effective because 369 can just catch the wave and clear it out very effectively because they are not buffed up by the Baron.
All right, here we go.
Okay, looking for the Cataclysm. They're gonna find Nuclear, but he flashes away. XX getting really low, and look at that huge burst damage onto Loken. He has to flash away, but here comes Nuguri trying to get in the back line. The Hemoplague is gonna do it. They get the kill, and now Nuclear's just frontlining, trying to do that damage. Will pick up the extra kill. As you can see, Knight is desperately trying to do his own damage and carry this team, but he can't do it all by himself.
Yeah, they want to regen for this one, but Damwon have enough members to look for the end game.
Looks like it with the TP coming in. Will they go for the fight? The big flag and drag is gonna get 2, and that should be the end of this game, as 3 more will fall, and down will go the Nexus.
That'll do it. Damwon will join the rest of the LCK team right in the finals of Rift Rivals 2019.
Wow, okay, that was a fiery game here from both of the teams. Really gotta hand it to Top Esports, coming out strong, camping Nuguri, thinking that would stop him. But that didn't stop him at all. Came back in a big way in the mid-game. Top Esports tried to hold on, did a decent job of it, but Damwon too far ahead, too strong after that second Baron.
A lot of the times you see these games, and it's usually the strong side that can fully carry it. They're the team, they're the side that gets the full resources. I'm talking about, you know, Nuclear on this end, or 369 on the opposite end. That they're the reasons why their team can get over the hump. In this specific game, it was Nuguri. He faced an insane amount of pressure on the top side of the map. The camp that you were talking about just wasn't being rescinded. he was holding that camp at the top lane, and he was constantly being shoved off his own dang tower, and Canyon was behind early too.
Yeah,
After all of that, he still comes up big in these team fights. Major props to Nuguri to be able to really solo carry this one.
Absolutely, gotta hand it to them. Nuguri doing a good job, and shout out to Showmaker as well. The guy just, I don't think he died a single time in that game, had the Magi's. Almost definitely fully stacked there at the end of the game as the kills were falling there towards the end.
Yeah, he did his job. He kept eyes on the prize, which was, you know, the mid lane, recognized that Knight just cannot move, and oftentimes rotated alongside Jarvan to the strong side, consistently keeping Sona down.
Gonna take a look at the last fight here as XX got the Sivir in the back line, but it wasn't enough.
Oh my God. Like that kind of DPS should be illegal. But yeah, you have Showmaker and Nuclear. You're being well protected in the back line, and Nuggery's just waiting for a moment to come in. And I was looking at this, and of course you'd expect XX, Ben, and Knight to be able to hold on to this game. But of course you see Sivir backing, teleport to come up at full HP so they can take the preceding fight, and they're able to do just that.
Gets the two of them. I mean, he gets the knock-up on tonight as well. And at that point, 3-on-5 was not able to do enough. You can see the early game was in favor of Top Esports, but the damage coming out big here as a team on the side of Damwon Gaming. The Sona actually not able to do much this game, Raz.
Yeah, I mean, she was under a lot of duress. So it was mostly on the top side for Top to do well. And it came down to the Rift Trail take, the amount of gold that they were able to put on towards 369, and the preceding fights just not working for them. I think the iconic moment of this game was that red side jungle where Vladimir came through in a crucial flank. Top Esports were doing well until that point. They were actually in an even state. So the fact that Damwon can set up for that fight, the vision on that side of the map had no eyes on the Vladimir, and nail it through proper execution, great job, the Damwon.
Yeah, really got to hand it to them. And, well, the game, it succeeded in giving us what we wanted, right?
I don't want to hear it.
A very high action-packed game,
Okay,
and another win for the LCK.
Okay, you stand. Okay,
just another one in our pocket. 6-0. Very, very one-sided. Raz, I'm sorry about this so far, but it has been the LCK show. But guys, we are going to go to an interview. This is going to be the last cast for me today. I think Raz is going to be sticking on, as I think LS is a little bit sick today.
Yep, send your well wishes to him on Twitter, by the way.
Yeah.
Send your well wishes to LS on that one. I'll hold down the fort.
Definitely unfortunate that he couldn't join us today, but we'll be joining tomorrow, hopefully. But I'm going to hand it over to the interview. Let's hear from Nuggery.
LCK's finals has been confirmed due to Damwon's victory. Congratulations, Nuggery. How do you feel about reaching to the finals directly?
소감이 어떻게 되시나요?
일단 오늘 First of all,
TES전까지 저희가 이제 이기게 돼서 되게
no, because we won
개인적으로 좀 만족하고
TES as well, so we're very happy. However, we were kind of disappointed in some regards. What were some of the disappointments? I was kind of very played awfully with Vladimir, so I felt very disappointed in that regard. No, the opponents were able to keep pressing on you. However, you were able to keep your mentality and stay placid, and then eventually came back. How were you able to do it? No, we were communicating that our bot lane was still doing very fine, so I kind of just like persevered and just played out. So what were the turning points? I think at the mid, in front of the Drake, I was able to catch a lot of kills, so I think that was the turning point for my growth. No, so LCK now reached the finals directly, and a lot of fans are very happy about it. Please tell us about your expectations and approach. All right, we're gonna try even harder and prepare even harder, and then make sure we take the title back home. Thank you. That will be for the interview, and we're gonna come back after a short break.
이렇게 빠졌어.
야 건다.
아 맞아. 나 풀 있어.
야 사이러스.
갈게.
아 앞에 마크 좀. 야 돈다.
쏘나 필. 천천히.
스택 터뜨려줘 스택. 안 들어가지 안해부터 봐.
야 제이스 줘라.
아 방패 있다.
제이스.
방패 있다. 들어와봐.
나이스.
나이스야.
아 위험했다.